Hey, OJ here. It's coffee time, but then it's always coffee time, right? So, just wanted to update you on a few of our projects. We've started a couple other projects. We did move the fence and finish the fence, but I'm going to show you a couple projects that we started. So we're calling this a low budget backyard makeover. The reason for that name is because 99.9% of the material that we used in this was going to end up in the landfill, and it was too good to let it go into landfill, so we repurposed it. So this is where the fence run across from over here, and then it went across over here and then to the garage. But it's a good thing we moved the fence because it was kind of sitting in swampland, kind of. When we pull the poles out, there is where the water was draining off. So all this is free stuff, except for a couple 4x4s there. But I got all this stuff, and I have to take the rebar off. Some of these I've already done some, but that's today's job, is to cut those all off and separate them and find out exactly what we have, and then we can proceed to build our planters. So our yard is still in a bit of a mess here till we get all the planters in and stuff and get organized. But you know, the dogs are enjoying them. There's Harley there basking in the sun, taking up the rays. And here's Abby over here. She's snooping. Oh, scared herself. Oh, and Raven's out. What did you find? Must be something in there. So, one foot in front of the other, we'll get this all cleaned up. And then Lily of the Valley here beside the window well. And then one of the girls from work had a bunch of daylilies that she wanted to get rid of, so I said I'll take some, and then I took some more. But, they're kind of filling in here nicely, and then we got some Virginia creeper up here growing. Then we have some blocks here we're going to figure out what to do with. We'll find a special spot for those two. So, back to work. On with the show. This is it. I'm going to get back at it. Sort of something like that. Well, I'll have to find one to go across here.
Well, you could also use a chainsaw and trim it if it's not going to work.
Make it fit.
Yep.
Well, end of day one. I've had enough. It's starting to spit here, so it might get wet. But we got basically everything all in place here. Still need to do a bunch of leveling and stuff, and want to kind of take some of the gravel out because it used to be a driveway, and yeah, we'll just make it our own. So this is a project we're working on. We have, let me show you up here first. Our roof is very steep, and the trees, and it collects in the gutter there, and if you don't clean them out every other week, it plugs up, and then if it rains lots, then it falls down in here. And where's it gonna go? So right in here, I'm gonna dig it down with the post hole auger a couple of feet in a few holes there, and then we're gonna put big rocks and landscaping fabric in there, and we'll see how that works. So just wanted to mention too that if you notice it's wet here, we've done a test run, and the water runs here, and we have so much clay, that's why I have to dig those holes. And the dogs really like this too, but they haven't gone in it yet, but we're just waiting for them to jump in there and lie in there or something one day when it gets real hot or something. But when the water was right up there's probably a foot of water. So if we dig down a bunch and then put a bunch of bigger stones in first and then smaller stones after that, and so if we do this right, it'll be a dry creek bed, and the water won't sit in it. It'll just be a place for it to run off into. So here we are again. We forgot to get the camera out and film starting this. So basically this is what's going to happen here, is we're just going to put clean rock in here, and we've got the landscaping fabric there to keep the weeds out, and yeah. Okay, here we are. This is where we're at, and we have a planter that goes all along here. Look at this. See this? This is a 6-foot bar, because this ground, well, because it was a driveway, as hard as our rocks, and so you have to pound a little, shovel a little, pound a little, shovel a little, and that's why we haven't showed you a lot of footage of this, because we didn't want you to get bored to death. And so you can see we've put some leaves and stuff in here for compost and stuff. We're waiting on getting some dirt to put in here, and we'll get probably some mulch to mix in there as well. We've done a lot of digging and pounding, and more Deb than me, and so that's why they're not done. We've got our dry creek bed over here. We need to get some more rocks. We're looking for bigger rocks, like these ones in here, to put on the bottom and that, and once they're all filled up, then that project will all be done. And we've shoveled some gravel back into for our pathways along here, but it's coming along quite nicely, and little by little we'll get her all done. So that gives you an idea where we're at, and we'll update you when we're get it all done, and we will have to go make some more coffee right now because I'm out of coffee. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.